Exhale. Once you clap your positions, here we go. Get your vocal cords going. There you go. After 3. A bit like a roller coaster. Scream if you want to go faster. 3, 2, 1. No!
Right, so thank you for coming out this evening. Now that the dreaded C word is over. well, I remember the C word as just being a plain old cunt, really. Like Boris, really. I'm a fan of free events like this, you know, or as we call them in my household, dates. Because we're cheap. So, anyone here on a date? No? Cheapskates! Just like me, you know it! Right, so my boyfriend and I go on a lot of dates together. You know. My boyfriend is actually very, very cool indeed. He's a very cool guy. He's a DILF. Alright? That's actually not what his ex-wife calls him. She thinks he's a DILF, but that actually means to her, Dad, I'd like to financially abuse. Anyway, we're getting married next month. Matter of fact, we're actually having a civil partnership. My first. Civil partnership, that is. You know, I've been married twice before. Twice. I know, right? People wanted to marry me. Twice. It also means they wanted to divorce me twice. Anyway, this is my first civil partnership. I'm a fan of firsts. You know, you'll remember your first, right? You remember your first. They stick with you, right? But I'm very much of a fuck yeah kind of girl. So I get a lot of firsts as a result of that, you know. Boyfriend and I have an open relationship. Currently closed for maintenance. That's because I didn't like his girlfriend, and he was jealous of the fact that my boyfriend had a much bigger dick. So that's kind of closed for now, temporarily. Anyway, I've found that people kind of fall into two camps when I talk about non-monogamy or swinging or open relationships. Unfortunately, that includes my mother, who falls into the second camp. Very inappropriate questions about, tell me about latest sexual exploits. And I'm like, mother, boundaries? You know, but it's like that was shock horror. You do what? Anyway, that's what I'm here to tell you about, you lucky people. So tonight, I'm going to regale you with the story of my first sex party. So the idea of a sex party is kind of weird, right? You go, a bunch of strange people, cheese, wine, a bit of fucking. You'd think I always remembered that party, right? Anyway, we're invited by a friend of a friend. Top tip, don't fuck your friends. Or at least not too much. So we rocked up to this house in Windsor. Beautiful, detached double garage. No pampas grass. It's actually a myth. There isn't pampas grass for swingers at all. These days it's more like, you know those little wicker hearts you hang on your window? You know, your mother has one of those? Dirty bitch. So the host was a little handsy when we arrived, which is fine, because my boyfriend actually, he likes that. So it's good. But imagine you walk into this house and it's like a cross between the PTA and the WI. Except it's actually their parents. Because we had inadvertently been invited to a geriatric sex party. Oh yeah, I have never felt so sexy or young. I felt so young that day. The whole thing was actually very middle class. You know, it was in the kitchen, downstairs for socializing, upstairs only. We mingled, did a little bit of eye fucking. Have you been eye fucked? Yeah. No, I'm not kink shaming. I'm talking about the eye fuck when you go like. That's exactly what I mean, yeah. So to clarify, we hadn't actually gone in with any idea of doing anything. We just wanted to do a bit of a recce, you know. I made a point of actually wearing a jumpsuit that Houdini couldn't get out of. And Spanx, you know, because just make sure. No, this was actually a sex recce. We were observing swingers in a natural habitat with David Attenboroughs of the sex world. Or the lifestyle, some people actually call it. They call it the lifestyle. Reminds me a little bit of an MLM scheme, you know. Except instead of actually recruiting more boss babes, you can be your own boss. were actually recruiting more people for a Bukkake party. We go upstairs, shoes off, we're not savages, we're very polite people. First room we come to, literally, like, I don't mean literally, we didn't come into any rooms. First room we arrived at, bam, it's a synchronized sex fest. Like 3 couples in bed, a couple of phantom wankers walking about. You know what a phantom wanker is? You know what a phantom wanker is. A phantom wanker, for those of you pretending not to know, is the single guy who gets invited to a party but doesn't actually get invited to participate in the party. So they'll literally take themselves in hand as they walk around the room. It's very off-putting. Anyway, carry on with the sex. So we actually knocked out of that room, it just wasn't for us. So we go next door, there's another couple, barking like rabbits. Bored rabbits. I swear to God, it was like sex by numbers. Literally, it was a bit like, right, time to go doggy style, Roger. 10 seconds of that shit. They're like, no, quick, go down on me. No, 10 more seconds of that. Then, wipe me off now, Susan. Like, seriously, people are just so bored. I'm bored watching you. You know, it got that bad. Anyway, the only memorable thing I can actually take away from that room is that, for fuck's sake, I mean, really, this was amazing. Whoever her waxer was, she was amazing. It was pristine down there. Like, and you know how hard it is to find a good waxer these days. It's like really, really hard. Anyway, after that, boyfriend and I kind of bailed. You know, it turns out not to be our scene. As young and sexy as we felt, it just didn't quite work for us. So we actually sat in the car for a good 15 minutes on the ride home. Just didn't say a word. And then we're like, what the actual fuck was that? It was like the sexiest thing you could ever imagine. A bunch of old people going at it. Anyway, that was our first, I just mentioned first sex parties. We never said, but you know, it's fine. But it will actually stay with me forever, you know. Just like my first stand-up. Just like you guys. You know. So thank you for being my first. Do come again.